Okay, so today was an exceptionally busy day for SFS. We woke up very early, I think 7 o'clock, after a late night of studying up on our issues, and we traveled to Senator Casey's office. Senator Casey is a Democrat from Pennsylvania, and we discussed different environmental issues. We actually met with his lead staffer and discussed the issues of ocean acidification, fracking, and then a price for carbon. And we definitely centered on fracking just because Senator Casey has a great environmental score, but he definitely is a little conflicted in terms of fracking just because Pennsylvania relies on the fracking industry, especially as coal is declining. After Senator Casey's office, we met with Senator Klobuchar from Minnesota, another Democrat. We actually met with a staffer again, but of course they're able to relate the information to the actual senator and make sure that our ideas are being heard. From there we met with Representative Kilmer from our own legislative district in Washington, and it was really nice to finally meet him again. We actually met with him in Gig Harbor prior to the trip for an hour-long meeting on a weekend and discussed the issues that we felt were important to us and our future to live in a sustainable society. And it was more of a thank you with him. We took a photo op, he updated him on our progress. He'd actually helped us with some ideas in terms of how to lobby, and so we thanked him for those ideas, updated him on how we'd done with other meetings, and briefly touched upon a few more issues that we'd been discussing. We ran into past Representative Norm Dix, talked with him over coffee for a couple minutes, and then went on a tour of the Capitol. Finally, the highlight of the day, at least for me, and I know for some others, we met with the State Department on Climate Change. It's a new office chartered by President Obama, and the head of the department was actually out of the country at a climate change conference, but we were able to meet with some of his senior advisors, and it was nice to discuss with them the issues of climate change. People were not held back by congressional approval. They actually were able to make change happen immediately without waiting for votes and years upon years of lobbying. So they can really make change happen immediately, which is nice. It's nice to know that there are people working on the issue outside of Congress. Yeah. And while the rest of us were busy at the State Department, our President Eamonn visited with Amtrak officials to see how the train company can actually incorporate sustainable practices into their business model. Lastly, we ended the night with a meal of Indian food and then studied up for our key issues for tomorrow. Thank you. We'll see you tomorrow.